Hello guys, welcome back to Chemistry Study Group. So in this video, I'll be explaining the acid-base reaction. Alright, so please pay a rapt attention. So what is an acid? Normally, we need to know as a chemist, we need to know what is an acid and a base, right? We need to know what is a reaction. So what is an acid? Okay, so an acid is any substance that when dissolved in water, okay, I will give you the simplest definition that you don't need to cram. An acid is any substance that when dissolved in water, it produces what? Hydrogen ion. It produces what? Hydrogen ion or hydrozonium ion as its only positive ion. I'll come again. Let me make it more easier. An acid is any substance that when dissolved in water produces what? Hydrogen ion, H plus, as its positive charge. Let me now go to hydrozonium ion. Okay, so that's to make it more easier. So it must produce what? H plus. If it doesn't produce H plus, it must produce what? H what? 3O plus. Okay, so but then what is a base? A base is any substance that when dissolved in water, it produces hydroxyl ion. This time it is what? OH minus as its negative charge. Are we together now? So example of acid, we can have HCl. An example of base, we can have sodium hydroxide. Okay, now this particular acid is sour in taste, in case you are asked to differentiate between acid and base. So acid is what? Sour in taste, and it turns blue litmus paper to red. Acid turns blue litmus paper to red. Why a base is bitter in taste, and turns red litmus paper to blue. I'll come again quickly. I said an acid is any substance that when dissolved in water, it produces hydrogen ion or hydrozonium ion as its only positive charge. A base is any substance that when dissolved in water, it produces what? Hydroxyl ion as its negative charge. And I said example of an acid, we can have HCl. An example of a base, we can have sodium hydroxide. And I give you some characteristics of an acid. I said it is what? Sour in taste and turn blue litmus paper to red. Sodium hydroxide is bitter in taste, which is a base, and turn red litmus paper to blue. Are we together now? So then, talking about the reaction, when acid such as HCl reacts with what? A base such as sodium hydroxide, we normally get what? Salt and water. Salt and water is what? Sodium chloride, which is our common salt, plus water, H2O. Okay, so this is what we get from the reaction. But how did we arrive at this? Let me show you. Hydrogen, H here is positive, right? And it's bonded towards chlorine. I want to explain something. Please follow me carefully. So sodium here is what? Positive, and is bonded to what? Hydroxyl, which is negative. So what happened? Like poles repel, unlike poles attract. So positive will attract what? Negative side, and negative side will attract the positive side. So we are going to get the result, right? So here we have what? Sodium chloride, sodium chloride plus this positive, we attract the negative, so that we have what? 1H, that is H2, and the O. Okay, so that's what happened. This is the reaction of what? Acid base. When acid reacts with base, we form what? Salt and water. So as a student about to write exam, don't forget acid plus base, we get what? Salt and water. So if this video makes sense to you, don't forget to like, share, and follow us for more. God bless you.